On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Baroque.
Of or relating to an ornate and elaborate style of art, architecture, and music that flourished in Europe in the late 16th and early 17th centuries, characterized by a sense of grandeur and drama.
Examples:
Baroque music, Baroque architecture. The ornate architecture of the palace is a perfect example of the Baroque style.
Origin.
The first existence or beginning of something.
Examples:
Origin of all humankind. A manuscript of uncertain origin. There are various hypotheses concerning the origin of life.
Misshapen.
Having an abnormal shape or form, particularly in a way that is unattractive or causes problems.
Examples:
Slightly misshapen. Misshapen teeth. The misshapen apple was discarded as it was not fit to be sold.
Pearl.
A hard, roundish object found within the shells of certain mollusks and used as a gem.
Examples:
A cultured pearl. Pearl beyond price. She wore a pearl necklace passed down to her from her grandmother.
Symbol.
Something visible that is used to represent something else.
Examples:
Symbol color. Symbol for happiness. The dragon is considered a symbol of bravery.
Appropriate.
Suitable or proper in the circumstances, fitting.
Examples:
Appropriate behavior. An appropriate time. It would be appropriate to dress nicely for the wedding.
Metaphor.
A figure of speech in which an expression is used to refer to something that it does not denote to suggest a similarity.
Examples:
Metaphor for death. Visual metaphor. She expressed her thought in an artful choice of metaphors.
Architecture.
The art and science of designing and constructing buildings.
Examples:
Architecture design. Classic architecture. The city is known for its impressive architecture and beautiful old buildings.
Roughly.
Approximately, but not precisely, with a violent manner.
Examples:
Roughly explain my idea. Roughly speaking. 5 miles is roughly similar to 8 kilometers.
Simplify.
To make something more straightforward, more understandable, or easier to do.
Examples:
Simplify my life. Simplify the process. Please simplify your explanation for the children.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Renaissance.
A new growth in activity or enthusiasm in anything, particularly art, literature, or music.
Examples:
Artistic renaissance. Industrial renaissance. Folk music is now experiencing a renaissance.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Ornate.
Elaborately or excessively decorated.
Examples:
Ornate ceiling. Depicted in ornate detail. She wore an ornate necklace to the formal event.
Aesthetic.
Connected with the enjoyment or study of beauty.
Examples:
Aesthetic value. Aesthetic feeling. My aesthetic standards are quite different from hers.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Influential.
Having significant impact or power on someone or something.
Examples:
An influential newspaper. An influential politician. Early childhood experiences are very influential for people.
Compose.
To write music, poetry, or formal writing, to constitute or make up a whole, or a specified part of it.
Examples:
Compose an essay. Compose my thoughts. The structure is composed of 3 main components.
Regard.
To think about or consider somebody or something in a specified way.
Examples:
Regard him as an enemy. Regard the situation as unfortunate. Frugality and industry are still regarded as virtues.
Dramatically.
In a very impressive manner.
Examples:
He confessed dramatically. The cabin pressure fell dramatically. Life expectancy has grown dramatically this century.
Opera.
A drama set to music, in which the words are sung rather than spoken.
Examples:
Ballad opera. Opera performance. She loves going to the opera house and hearing the beautiful music.
Dialogue.
A conversation in a book, play, or film.
Examples.
Platonic dialogues. The form of a dialogue. He recorded the dialogue at the time of the incident.
Accompaniment.
Something that is added to or goes along with something else as a supplement, complement, or support. Music played or sung along with a solo instrument or vocalist.
Examples.
The piano accompaniment. Accompaniment to the main course. The piano provided a beautiful accompaniment to the singer's voice.
Basso.
A singer with a low range, typically a bass or bass baritone.
Examples.
Basso cantante. Basso profundo. The basso's rich and powerful voice resonated throughout the concert hall.
Combination.
A collection of things that have been combined, an assemblage of separate parts or qualities.
Examples.
Genic combinations. Combination number. The combination to the safe was a secret.
Chord.
A straight line connecting 2 points on a curve, a combination of 3 or more musical notes played or sung at the same time.
Examples.
Chord transition. His vocal cords. The pianist played a chord that filled the room with a rich, harmonious sound.
Instrument.
An object used to make musical sounds, such as a piano, guitar, or drum, a tool or device used for a specific activity, particularly in specialist or scientific work.
Examples.
Musical instruments. Surgical instruments. This electronic instrument is required to undergo periodic inspections to ensure precision.
Harpsichord.
A keyboard instrument with strings plucked by plectra rather than struck by hammers like a piano. It is known for its distinctive and bright sound. It was a common instrument in the Baroque and classical music periods.
Examples.
Electric harpsichord. Harpsichord player. She was playing a beautiful piece of music on the harpsichord.
Bass.
The lowest part in polyphonic music, a type of fish belonging to the large order Perciformes, or perch-like fishes.
Examples.
Bass guitar. Bass fisherman. The bass in the music was so deep that it vibrated the floor.
Cello.
A large stringed instrument of the viola family, typically held between the knees when played, also known as violoncello.
Examples.
The beautiful sound of a cello. Cello music. She played a passionate solo on her cello.
Viola.
A stringed instrument of the violin family, slightly larger than a violin and tuned a fifth lower.
Examples:
Viola section. Pick up a viola. She had been playing the viola for over a decade.
Gamba.
A stringed musical instrument of the viol family played with the fingers and characterized by 6 or 7 strings and frets and a curved back.
Examples:
Gamba concerto. Gamba player. The musician was well versed in the techniques of playing the gamba and gave a stunning performance.
Bassoon.
A musical instrument of the woodwind family, similar to a large oboe, with a narrow conical bore and a double reed.
Examples:
A tenor bassoon. Bassoon reed. The bassoon player was the only one who could hit that low note.
Extravagant.
Exceeding the bounds of reason or necessity, wildly excessive, lavish.
Examples:
Extravagant expenses. Extravagant lifestyle. The wedding was an extravagant affair with a guest list of over 500 people.
Concerto.
A composition for one or more solo instruments and an orchestra, typically in 3 movements.
Examples:
Piano concerto. Violin concerto. A renowned symphony orchestra performed the piano concerto.
Solo.
Without anybody else or anything else, alone.
Examples:
A solo vocal recital. A solo flight. I would love to solo camping someday.
Violin.
A 4-stringed wooden musical instrument held against the neck and played by passing a bow across the strings.
Examples:
Violin soloist. Play the violin. The cello is a member of the violin family.
Oboe.
A musical instrument of the woodwind family with a narrow conical bore, double reed, and a piercing, high-pitched sound.
Examples:
An alto oboe. Oboe reed. The oboe player was tuning her instrument before the concert.
Flute.
A musical instrument consisting of a metal, wood, or bamboo tube with a row of finger holes and sometimes keys, played by blowing across a hole near one end.
Examples:
Flute music. Play the flute. The flute solo in the symphony was beautiful and elevated the overall performance.
Cadence.
The rhythmic flow or pattern of sounds or words, especially in relation to music or speech, the rhythmic or periodic movement or progression of something.
Examples:
Cadence of footsteps. Regular cadence. The singer's voice had a beautiful cadence, and I couldn't help but sway to the rhythm.
Harmonic.
Relating to the production of sound waves with a frequency that is an integral multiple of the frequency of the original wave, having a pleasing, or agreeable sound.
Examples:
Harmonic oscillator. A natural harmonic quality. The violin sound was so pure and harmonic that it gave me chills.
Emphasize.
To give or show particular importance to something.
Examples:
Emphasize her words. Emphasize a direct relationship. Use italics or capitals to emphasize a word in a piece of writing.
Divide.
To separate or cause to separate into parts or groups.
Examples:
Divide the cake into 2 pieces. Divide money equally. Can you divide 123,321 by 11?
Sect.
A group of people who follow a particular religious or philosophical belief system, especially one that is regarded as outside the norm or mainstream.
Examples:
Sect beliefs. Secret sect. The minority sect believed in a set of unconventional religious practices.
Alternate.
Occurring or existing one after the other regularly.
Examples:
Alternate choice. Every alternate year. The cleaning lady comes on alternate Wednesdays.
Tempo.
The speed at which a piece of music is performed.
Examples:
A quick tempo. Set tempo. The tempo of the music was slow and soothing.
Symmetrical.
Having similarity in size, shape, and relative position of corresponding parts.
Examples:
Symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical pattern. This figure is symmetrical about the x-axis.
Phrase.
A group of words that mean something specific when used together.
Examples:
Ready-made phrases. Noun phrase. We bought a Spanish phrase book.
Rhythm.
A strong, regular, repeated pattern of sounds, words, or musical notes that are used in music, poetry, and dancing.
Examples:
In samba rhythm. Irregular heart rhythm. He beat out a jazz rhythm on the cajones.
Minuet.
A slow and graceful dance that was popular in the 18th century.
Examples:
Step a minuet. Minuet music. The dancers performed an elegant minuet to the delight of the audience.
Jig.
A lively dance in compound quadruple meter, popular in the Baroque and Classical periods.
Examples:
Jig dance. Jig music. The dancers performed a lively jig that had the audience tapping their feet.
Incorporate.
To include something as a part of a larger entity.
Examples:
Incorporate the current trends. Incorporate technology into daily life. We will attempt to incorporate some of your suggestions into our future strategy.
Prominence.
The state of being important, easily seen, or well known.
Examples:
Earn prominence. Prominence in society. He achieved prominence in the field of medicine with his groundbreaking research.
Versatile.
Able to do many things in different fields, having many talents.
Examples:
Provide a versatile solution. A versatile writer. He's a versatile actor who has acted in various parts.
Volume.
The amount of space occupied by an object or substance, the magnitude of sound.
Examples:
Volume of work. High volume. This container has a volume of 10 cubic meters.
Highlight.
To make something prominent, mainly so that people give it more attention.
Examples:
Highlight a string in red. Highlight an important difference. The introduction highlighted the speaker's distinguished career as a consultant.
Steady.
Firmly fixed, supported, or balanced, not shaking or moving.
Examples:
Steady increase. Take a steady job. The patient's vital signs are steady, indicating a stable condition.
Intense.
Especially of a feeling, very strong, extremely sharp or severe.
Examples:
Intense heat. Develop intense itching. That statement by the Prime Minister drew intense international criticism.
Emotion.
A strong feeling such as love, anger, etc., deriving from one's situation, mood, or relationships with others.
Examples:
Control my emotion. Afraid to show emotion. Some emotions are common across cultures and backgrounds.
Elaborate.
Containing a lot of carefully prepared and organized or many complicated and detailed parts.
Examples:
An elaborate hat. Elaborate Ponzi scheme. He proposed an elaborate program of public works.
Melodic.
Having a pleasant or harmonious sound, especially in relation to music.
Examples:
Melodic scale. Transcribe melodic patterns. She played a melodic piece on the piano.
Virtuoso.
A person highly skilled in music, art, or some other pursuit.
Examples:
Versatile virtuoso. A virtuoso on the guitar. He was a virtuoso pianist and played with incredible skill and precision.
Castrato.
A male singer who has been castrated equals to remove the testicles of a male animal or person before puberty to preserve a high, unbroken singing voice.
Examples:
Castrato singer. A 17th century castrato. The castrato's high-pitched singing voice was popular in Baroque and classical music.
Cast.
To cause light or shadow to appear on a surface, to assign or choose someone such as an actor or representative, especially by selection process.
Examples:
Cast a ballot. Cast a charming eye. This accident cast a dark shadow over their lives.
Puberty.
The process of a person's physical changes through which their sexual organs develop and become capable of reproduction.
Examples:
At the height of puberty. The onset of puberty. In this culture, men are initiated when they reach puberty.
Flexibility.
The quality of changing or being changed easily according to new conditions or situations.
Examples:
Mental flexibility. The flexibility of the body. We dealt with those problems with speed and flexibility.
Breath.
The air that is taken into and expelled from your lungs. The process of taking into and expelling air from your lungs.
Examples:
Hold your breath. Breath of wind. He bated his breath when talking about this affair.
Emerge.
To move out of or away from something and become visible.
Examples:
Emerge as a butterfly. Emerge from poverty. During colonial eras, new migratory patterns emerged.
Compete.
To strive to achieve more success than someone or something.
Examples:
Compete against a friend. Compete fiercely. You must compete with others to obtain this position.
Parish.
A territorial division of a diocese, having its church and member of the clergy, typically for administrative and community purposes.
Examples:
Parish church. Civil parish. The parish council met monthly to discuss community issues and plan events.
Royal.
Relating to or belonging to the king or queen or a member of their family.
Examples:
A royal palace. Prince Royal. She is willing to give up her position in the royal family to marry him.
Choir boy.
A boy who sings in a choir equals a group of singers that sings as part of a religious ceremony, typically in a church or cathedral.
Examples:
A single choir boy. Choir boy choir. The cherubic choir boy had a beautiful singing voice and was a favorite among the congregation.
Cathedral.
The main Christian church of a bishop's diocese, which is often the largest and most important church in the area.
Examples:
Cathedral school. Cathedral choir. The cathedral's stained glass windows depicted scenes from the Bible.
Kidnapping.
The act of taking somebody away illegally and holding them captive.
Examples:
Kidnapping attempt. Mass kidnapping. She received a year's imprisonment for aggravated kidnapping.
Choirmaster.
The leader of a choir equals a group of singers that sings as part of a religious ceremony, typically responsible for the musical direction, training, and performance of the choir.
Examples:
Choirmaster's training. Choirmaster's voice. The choirmaster's vocal technique and harmony expertise helped the choir members improve their singing.
Competition.
A situation in which someone is attempting to beat or outperform another.
Examples:
The first round of the competition. Interspecific competition. Global competition is rising in virtually every industry.